So, um, it was Mother's Day on Sunday, May 10th, and Mother's Day is always a bittersweet day for me. My mom passed on Mother's Day 25 years ago. Um, so today, Tuesday, May 12th, 2026, at 1 at 1:50 p.m., I think. Um, she passed. So it's 25 years today. And, before Mother's Day, my kids were like, oh, what do you want for Mother's Day? How do you plan to celebrate it? And all of that. And I just told them nothing. I don't want anything. I don't want to celebrate it. I just want to keep it low key. On the other hand, I have a group of women that we have a collective union, a meeting, so to speak. And it was Mother's Day, and our hostess for the day was celebrating her mom. And I found myself shedding tears, and I was just like, I did not get to do this for my mom. But I joined her in celebrating her mom because I realized every mother, every person that plays the role of a mother or of a caregiver in your life is important. And that lady, she's always there for us, us the younger women in the group. She's always showing up, she's always showing out. Very loving mom. And so it got me thinking about a few things. This whole entire weekend up to today has got me thinking about a few things. One of them is, who is a mother to you? That's a question that I think a lot of people ask. I think the role of motherhood has been expanded over the years, especially on Mother's Day, to include anyone who plays a maternal role, any maternal figure in your life, and that is amazing. That is great. It's just something that kept playing in my mind, and I kept thinking, so who is really a mother to me? And if I sit down to count, Lord have mercy, I have uncountable mothers, right? So even though I do not have a biological mother, I have a reason to celebrate after all. That's one part. The next part is, who are you as a mother? That was the next question. And if there's one thing I do, and I don't know if it's the same for all other mothers out there, is I doubt myself. I doubt myself every step of the way. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing for the kids or not. And I always say I do give it my best shot with the best research I have, and I ask God to do the rest. Not because I don't know what is good, but because you're always wondering if the kids are going to turn out fine and if they're going to be, how are they going to be as adults if you're going to raise children that can stand on their own if you're not there. And that's my biggest fear. My mom died she died before I turned 20. So she died, technically I was 19 when she passed. And I keep saying, Lord, do not let my children go through that. Not only is it a burden that I am only coming to terms with in my mid 40s, but it made my struggles through life even bigger because I had no one to really turn to and say, this is what I'm going through, I need some advice, or just rant to, you know. Again, that was the second question. And outside the questions, one of the things, so I got a letter from my kids, yeah. I got a letter from my kids this morning, and I don't know why they gave it to me today instead of on Sunday, because I did not even think I would get anything from them because I had said no, I didn't want anything. But I think our children see more than we give them credit for. I think they realize that a letter from them is going to really make me feel better today. And it did. It also did make me cry. Not tears of sadness, but tears of joy. This is me raising three girls, and one of the things they say, we appreciate you for the lessons that seem too hard at first, but it's a foundation and a solid place to stand on in a world that is constantly moving and shifting. They said, "We appreciate you for being living proof of a legacy of strong, bold women and for putting aspects of your life on hold, halting your desires and wishes, and making sure that we have all we need and all we want." And that brings me to the point of sacrifice. Is it how far would you go for your children? How much of a sacrifice would you make for your children? To me, it wasn't a big deal. I just thought, you know what, I can put that on pause and let the kids grow up, let this happen and let that happen. And it turns out it was even a bigger deal to them. For, things that I don't even think that they notice. And they noticed. And that really it hit a spot, and that's what made me start off with the questions, because I'm like, who is a mother to you? Who are you as a mother, and what kind of sacrifices will you make for your children? I would really love to hear everyone's opinion on this, but it's just my think piece for the day. And ignore the way I look, I have absolutely no desire to do anything today. um but yeah, thank you. Have a blessed day.